Hi, loves. Hi, guys. Just popping in so we can continue this journey of growing and learning, being better for our families and our work together. I've decided to keep it to 15 minutes or less, or two chapters or less. That way, we don't get overwhelmed with information. Um, and maybe we can listen while we do some other things in the house. Let's get started. The fact is that not every decision will be the right one. The results of such a downward spiral, by the way, include stress, anxiety, poor diet, sleep habits, which may result in substance abuse, weight gain, and the ensuing physical repercussions. Heart attacks, stroke, premature death, and suicide are often the results. The fact is that not every decision will be a right one. Success entails risk, risk entails failure. Your decision may result in failure. This you must know. But to not proceed for fear of failure is to ensure failure. That is failure. Failure to act. Failure to decide. And if your decision results in failure, it can likely be corrected. If not, you'll be able to externalize that and not let it define you as a person. You'll know that the failure will result in a lesson well learned, and that will contribute to your later success. It's even considered a necessary part of success. If you are decisive, are you decisive despite uncertainty, like a real leader? Or do you suffer analysis paralysis, like a leader in name only? A good leader considers the input of others. Some people are utterly confident, and confidence is a good thing. But a team is just that, a team. It thrives when every member's point of view is considered. There could be wisdom from the perspective of a lesser team member or one higher up the hierarchy. This goes back to the level of security on the part of the team leader. A confident team leader will welcome contributions from the team without worrying about being outshone by a member of the team. A true leader will value the end result more than his or her appearance as the source of all good ideas. A leader in the name believes only he or she knows the correct source of action. True leaders set the bar high and reach for it. They know this is a way to improve individual and team efficiency, the way to increase the team's abilities. A leader in name only sets the bar low, knowing it will be an easy success. But easy successes are not successes at all. They are the status quo. Success entails risk, and a low bar achievements require little or no risk. That's why they're really successes. They're not really successes, and why they're commonly set by leaders in name only. Leaders are gentle in their leadership, not overly authoritarian. Some leaders believe a strong hand is important to keep team members in line, but that kind of leadership only engenders bitterness, insecurity, paranoia, competitiveness, infighting, and that makes for an inefficient team and prevents team successes. The characteristics of a true leader. We've taken a look at what makes a leader in name only, and by contrast, what makes a strong leader. But there's more to being a strong leader than merely not being a poor leader. The true leader has characteristics he or she brings to the job. It's not just a matter of managing, but of strengths of character which allow a true leader to manage wisely and well. From George Washington to Richard Branson, good leaders are persistent. They accept failure as a part of the process of success. They're growth minded individuals who can separate their own value from the value of their decisions and actions. They know that no outcome is predetermined, and when they do fail, they don't linger on it. They don't let negative self talk prevent them from trying again, to keep striving towards ultimate success. Harry Potter's author, J.K. Rowling, Stephen King, Walt Disney, even the Beatles, all faced rejection early in their careers, but persistence led them to all be true leaders. Ringo, maybe not so much. True leaders have insight, especially into themselves. People who achieve are often self-made, and that takes a lot of confidence. But confidence does not mean being deluded into thinking one is a genius at everything and at every turn. Nobody's perfect. A true leader knows this about themselves first and foremost. In the same way, a true leader listens to the members of his or her team who are the best he or she can find. A strong leader knows that he or she has some strengths and some weaknesses, just like everybody else. A true leader takes this into account when putting the team together. A true leader, secure in his or her positions and concerned primarily with the success of the project, will hire people who have the skills the leader knows is lacking in themselves. The leader may be a good motivator, but he or she may lack organizational skills or accounting or artistic skills. That's what the team is for, to provide those things. So a true leader creates a team with the skills that are unique to the team and not to the leader. Although these lines, a true leader is an active listener. Along these lines, a true leader is an active listener. They digest what they're hearing. They don't just nod and smile. They want new information and they process it, turning it into a positive action if possible. True leader is never condescending to their team either, because they know the information could further the success of the project, and that's what's important to a true leader. A leader in name only will appear to listen, all the while thinking about themselves and perhaps looking into the mirror, waiting for his or her time to speak without digesting anything which is being said. Honesty is a crucial trait to any true leader. We spoke of integrity earlier, reliability, but honesty is key to these things. A person whose word of honor is reliable is a person who is reliable. Nobody has integrity without honesty, because they will react in any way which is best for them. Nobody has integrity without honesty, because they will react in any way which is best for them. Their words and actions come to nothing more but expressions of desire and convenience. The team will follow the leader's example and be dishonest themselves with each other and with the team leader. This will almost surely have disastrous results for the projects and thus for the team. A person who is lacking in honesty has no place on your team or any team, but certainly not leading a team. A true leader communicates openly and clearly. He or she says what they think without being frank, crass, or rude. They know how to say something positive before saying anything negative. They explain their opinions to better educate the team member and so to elicit even better suggestions to come. A leader in name only relies on old hat phrases. We're going in a different direction. I'll know it when I see it. Or otherwise muddled and confusing instructions or options. It may be inspired by a desire to be kind or gentle, but lacking directness is where things go wrong in most every professional instance. They also reprimand without being degrading or humiliating their team. A good leader is forward thinking. They don't just rely on old ways of doing things, no matter how reliable or time tested they may be. A good leader is up on the latest technologies. Imagine a team manager who doesn't have a mobile phone, or who can't use a PowerPoint, or can't open or send an email. From Kubla Khan to General George Patton, great leaders have relied upon the newest technologies and the most creative ideas. A good leader is likewise fixed on the future of the project and the team. He or she knows the ramifications of failure or success, of quality work or work that lacks quality. So a true leader is always looking ahead. Likewise, a good leader does not linger on failure. They learn the lessons from that failure and they move on as quickly as possible. True leaders do not surround themselves with the best and the brightest without concern for feelings or insecurity or competitiveness. They guide and develop others, either in their team or not. True leaders know that the strongest team will prevail. That team can always be made a bit stronger by improving the performances of the individuals in that team. The true leader develops the skills of individuals on the team, knowing it will make the team's performance better. True leaders also mentor others who are not on their team. This creates professional bonds, which can serve the leader well throughout their careers and serve as connections for later projects. Mentoring also increases the general quality of work, and while some may see this as helping the competition, others know that when the water level rises, it lifts all the boats with it. True leaders are self-actualized. They have earned their place by fulfilling their own needs, basic, more complex, aesthetic, and even transcendent needs. They have answered the existential questions of their own lives. They know who they are. They have established a strong set of beliefs. These beliefs must include the higher principles of honesty, integrity, humanity, or the leader is a leader in name only. The true leaders share these standards with others and will not tolerate less from members of the team. A true leader will lead by example. Behavior is always the benchmark of beliefs, and the leader knows that his or her actions are under special scrutiny from the team, who look to the leader for an example, and to the client, who looks to the leader for results. So a true leader always behaves in a way which will be a good example and will make a good impression. And of course, the true leader guides their team to be and do likewise. A true leader will work alongside the team. The true manager often has different duties than the members. True, the manager often has different duties than the members who have individual creative and administrative duties. The true leader lets them get their tasks done and goes about coordinating and planning. But the true leader is also there with a team, present to answer questions, ready to act to unexpected challenges and which may arise. A leader in name only merely appears from time to time to lord over the crew, throw their weight around, and then disappear. They see the team as a resource for them, but they overlook the fact the leader is a crucial resource for the team. Along these lines, a true leader will not micromanage or control their team. Rather, a true leader will inspire their team, encourage and guide them. The true leader has assembled the best possible team, and they allow that team to flourish. The leader in name only, he or she knows best and feels they have to have a hand in every stage at every task. But the leader does not know their own weaknesses. A leader who does not know their own weaknesses or team member strengths. Along these lines, true leaders delegate to the members of the team. They're confident that they've assembled the best team and they rely on the members of that team. But true leaders are not afraid to push their team to reach the highest standard. A true leader knows what must be done and is willing to make sure their team gets it done. While not demanding or authoritative, true leader still has authority and must make demands, not requests. Of course, the true leader balances authority with humanity and knows the demands are made on everyone in the team, the leader included. Everyone must carry their weight. It's the true leader's job to make sure that they do and coordinate those best efforts. After all, if one member isn't doing their best, the overall success of the project is threatened. I think that's a good place to start. I think we've learned some things, and I look forward to joining you all again tomorrow, and we'll see what else we can learn. I hope I didn't mess up too much. I hope you enjoyed listening, and let's pick it up tomorrow and see what other principles we can incorporate in our lives or reflect on ourselves to see how we can make changes to be a better person. Thank you for joining me. God bless. Be safe.